A huge event is meant to happen at your home tonight, and this event will shake your family. Beloved child, I'm allowing an event that will make your family think about me and my love. Do not fear, for I am the one who holds the stars in place and tells the oceans where to stop. I do not allow anything to come to pass without purpose, and I do not bring shaking unless it is to awaken what has long slumbered. This night has been appointed in my heart before time began, and what unfolds will carry the sound of my footsteps through the halls of your home. I am not absent in the storm. I am the storm, and I am the peace within it. Tonight, what you have known as ordinary will be interrupted by the extraordinary. I will touch the fabric of your family's life in a way that will cause knees to buckle and hearts to cry out, not in despair, but in the holy ache of recognition. You have cried out to me for change, for salvation, for the breaking of chains. You have whispered prayers in the night, hoping they reached me. Hear me now. I have heard you. I have gathered every tear you shed into my hands, and I have waited for the moment when the soil of your family's heart would be ready to receive the rain. This night, the rain begins. There will be things said and done that will feel like chaos, like unraveling. But I am not the author of confusion. I am the weaver of all things into good. What will feel like disarray is the uprooting of what has grown in darkness. I am reaching into the corners where pain has hidden for years, and I am pulling it into the light. I'm not doing this to harm you, but to heal you. You cannot be free of what you do not face. And tonight I will cause the unseen to be seen. Do not mistake my shaking for my absence. When the earth trembles, it is not because I have abandoned it, but because I am moving through it, and I am moving through your home. I am coming like a wind that will sweep away lies spoken over your family, lies that were planted through generations, lies that said you were not loved, not enough, not chosen. I will silence those voices with the thunder of my truth. I will remind your family of who they are in my eyes. Beloved, redeemed, treasured beyond comprehension. There will be words spoken tonight that may cut deep, but they will be used to open wounds that must be healed. I do not wound as man wounds. I do not destroy for the sake of destruction. I am the surgeon who cuts only to remove what threatens life. I will speak through mouths that do not know they are speaking for me. I will stir hearts that have long been numb, and I will crack open the hardness that has resisted my touch. For I am the Lord your God, and I do not grow weary in my pursuit of the ones I love. You, my beloved, have carried burdens not meant for you. You have held together what should have been surrendered to me long ago. You have tried to fix what only I can heal. But tonight, I will begin the unraveling, not to leave you broken, but to finally put things back together the way I always intended. There is divine order coming into your home, and though the beginning of it may look like breaking, the end of it will be peace. Watch for me in the small things. I am not always in the fire or the earthquake. I am in the still, quiet whisper. I may show up in a word from a child, a look between loved ones, a sudden silence in the middle of strife. I am present in it all. Nothing escapes my eye. Every sigh, every tear, every trembling breath taken tonight will be held by me. I am not distant. I am in the room. I am the presence that lingers even after the words stop. I am the comfort that comes in the middle of the storm and the strength that will rise after it. And know this, tonight is not the end. It is the beginning. Do not judge the whole story by the chapter that shakes. What may feel like loss will bloom into a harvest of righteousness. What looks like anger may be the birth pangs of repentance. What feels like separation may be the very path to unity. You must trust me with the things you do not understand. My ways are higher than yours, and my timing is perfect. If I allowed this moment, it is because I see the joy waiting on the other side of it. There are promises over your family that have not yet been fulfilled. There are destinies that have been delayed but not denied. I'm not done writing your story. What happens tonight is part of the turning point, part of the shift that will break the dam and let my spirit flow freely among you. There is going to be reconciliation, but not the shallow kind that avoids the truth. This will be deep, holy reconciliation, born in the fire of honest hearts and yielded wills. I am not interested in surface peace. I want your family healed at the root. Do not fear confrontation tonight, for I will be in it. Speak when I nudge you to speak, but be still when I call you to silence. I will guide you. I will give you the words. Do not worry about saying the perfect thing. I'm the one who breathes on words and makes them live. Just be willing. Just be open. Just trust. There are angels positioned around your home right now. They are not ornamental. They are on assignment. They will war for the things you cannot see. They will protect, shield, and fight alongside your prayers. Even when you feel weak, know this, all of heaven is backing you. You are not alone in this battle. I have declared war on every generational curse, every pattern of dysfunction, every cycle of silence and shame. This is my doing, and I will finish what I start. The ones you thought would never soften will begin to weep. The ones who ran far from me will feel a longing to return. You will see hearts begin to shift. Do not expect perfection. Expect movement. Celebrate the small steps. Rejoice over the first flickers of light. I am doing something in the unseen, and it is bigger than what you know. The foundations are shifting because I am building something that will last. You will be tempted to doubt, to retreat, to question if this is really me. But I tell you now, anchor yourself in my voice. Remember this moment. I am telling you beforehand so you will know that when it happens, it was not chance. It was not coincidence. It was me. Beloved child, draw near and listen with the ears of your heart. For I, the Lord your God, am speaking. I've known you since before time began. I shaped you with intention, marked you with purpose, and breathed into you life that no man can take away. You have often wondered why certain things have unfolded the way they have, why the path has twisted unexpectedly, and why storms have come when you prayed for calm. You have asked me, why this way, Lord? Why this pain, this delay, this silence? And now I answer, not always with explanations, but with myself. You see, my beloved, trust is not built on explanations. It is not the product of always knowing what comes next. True trust is built in the unknown. It is forged when the road disappears beneath your feet, and yet you keep walking because your eyes are on me. I do not promise a life without questions, but I promise to be the answer that never leaves you. My plans are perfect, not because they always feel pleasant, but because they are crafted from my perfect love, my eternal wisdom, and my infinite knowledge of what is and what is to come. When you cannot trace my hand, trust my heart. That is not a saying for comfort. It is the deepest truth of my nature. I'm good, not sometimes, not when things go smoothly, but always. Even in the shadows, I am good. Even in the silence, I am present. Even when the doors close, I am opening better ones ahead. You see endings. I see new beginnings. You see detours. I see divine redirection. You see loss. I see the preparation for a greater gain. You must understand that your life is not a series of random events. Every breath, every moment, every encounter is part of my orchestration. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Nothing escapes my notice. Even the things that break your heart are seen by me, and I gather each shattered piece, not to discard, but to rebuild something more beautiful than you imagined. I know it hurts when dreams die. I know it stings when prayers seem unanswered, when relationships crumble, when health fails, when doors you knocked on with hope remain closed. But trust me, I do not withhold to punish. I redirect to protect. I delay to prepare. I prune to multiply the fruit. If only you could see what I see. If only you could glimpse the fullness of my plans, the tapestry being woven from threads of joy and sorrow, victory and trial, you would rest. You would not fear what tomorrow brings because you would know it is being written by the one who loves you beyond measure. I'm the same yesterday, today, and forever. I do not change with the seasons, and I do not falter with time. My promises are yes and amen, and though the vision may tarry, it will surely come. Do not despise the waiting. Do not grow weary in the process. The waiting is not a void. It is where I shape you. I do more in the unseen than you could ever do in your own strength. You are being molded, refined like gold in the fire. What feels like delay is often my mercy. I will not give you what you ask for until it aligns with what will not harm you. I withhold only what would steal from your destiny. Your journey may look different from others. That is because your calling is different. Stop comparing paths and outcomes. What I am doing in you is not small, and it cannot be rushed. I plant deep before I build high. If I have taken you through the valley, it is because there are roots I want to grow in you that will hold firm when the winds come. I am not just interested in moments of glory. I am after the kind of faith that endures, the kind of love that remains when feelings fade. You have cried, "Why me, Lord?" But I say, because I trust you with this. What you face is not punishment. It is permission. I have permitted this season to draw you closer, to teach you to lean on me and not your own understanding. I know that feels heavy, but I carry it with you. I never leave you to face anything alone. You have never walked a step without me beside you. I go before you, I walk with you, and I come behind you. I surround you. There will be times when the path will take sharp turns you didn't anticipate. Loved ones will leave, opportunities will vanish, and the road ahead will blur. In those moments, remember this. You are in my plan, not outside of it. I have not lost control. Nothing surprises me. What may seem like a mistake is often the start of a miracle. My plans are not made day by day. They are eternal, stretching across generations, nations, and destinies. You are part of something far greater than you know. My child, I do not ask you to understand everything. I ask you to trust me. Trust is the soil in which faith grows. When you trust me, you allow me to work freely in your life. When you resist, you create friction that delays what I long to give. Surrender is not weakness. It is alignment with my power. When you lay down your plans, I can finally unfold mine. And I assure you, what I have prepared is abundantly greater than what you could imagine or strive to achieve. I do not forget the promises I've made to you. Every word I have spoken is alive and active, moving even when you don't see it. There are seeds planted in your past that are about to break the soil of your present. There are prayers you thought were lost in silence that are now echoing in heaven's chambers. I have not been inactive, I have been preparing. Accept what comes, not because it is easy, but because you trust the one who allows it. Acceptance is not passive. It is the highest form of worship. It says, God, I choose you even when I don't understand you, and I honor that. I move on behalf of hearts that are yielded, even in pain. There is peace waiting for you, not the peace of understanding, but the peace that passes understanding. It is the kind that steadies your heart when the world shakes, the kind that whispers, it is well, even when everything screams it is not. That peace is found in me, not in outcomes. You are not created to carry the weight of every tomorrow. I hold time. I hold your future. I know where you will be 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I see it clearly, and I'm guiding you one step at a time. If you saw the full picture, you'd either run ahead or retreat in fear. But I love you too much to give you more than your spirit can handle. So I give you light for today, strength for the hour, and grace for each moment. Accept what comes, not because it makes sense, but because I am sovereign. My sovereignty is not cold or distant. It is wrapped in love. I do not force my will. I invite you into it. I long for your partnership, your yes, your trust. When you say, "Let your will be done," you open the gates for heaven to touch earth through your life. There are blessings you will only see on the other side of surrender. There is clarity that comes not through striving, but through stillness. Be still and know that I am God. Stop running. Stop resisting. Stop demanding that it look a certain way. Let go of the illusion that you must control every outcome. You were never meant to be your own provider, protector, or guide. That is my role, and I do it perfectly. Your part is to stay close, to listen, to obey even when it's hard. Obedience is the pathway to peace. It may cost you comfort, but it will bring you purpose. It may require sacrifice, but it will birth joy. I ask for your trust, not because I need validation, but because I want your heart to rest. I know what you need before you ask. I know the hidden desires, the silent tears, the quiet hopes you're almost afraid to speak, and I care for them. I do not mock your dreams. I shape them. I place the ones worth keeping in your heart, and I prune the ones that would lead you astray. Sometimes the delay is me protecting you from a version of your dream that would destroy you. Sometimes the closed door is my mercy, not my rejection. I'm not in a hurry, and I am not late. I am precise. I am deliberate. I move at the pace of eternity, not at the pace of anxiety. Do not try to drag me into your timeline. Instead, step into my rhythm. It is slower than the world's, but it is sure. It leads to life, not burnout. It leads to freedom, not striving. When life takes turns you did not expect, do not interpret that as abandonment. I am closer in your confusion than in your clarity. I speak most clearly in the wilderness. It is there, when the noise fades and the distractions fall away, that my voice becomes unmistakable. So do not curse the wilderness. Embrace it. It is holy ground. Some of the greatest revelations come through suffering. Some of the deepest intimacy comes through surrender. I do not delight in your pain, but I redeem it. I use it to draw you nearer, to burn away the things that separate us, to reveal what truly matters. You are learning to walk by faith, not by sight. That is a precious gift, one that will sustain you when the world shakes again. I am training your spirit to rise above circumstances. You are being made into someone who will not be swayed by the storms of life. You are learning the unshakable posture of one who knows their God. And the world needs people like you. People who carry peace into chaos, who love when it's hard, who speak truth with grace, and who shine light in the darkest places. So trust me, even when it hurts. Accept the unfolding, even when it feels like unraveling. I am not tearing you down. I am building you from the inside out. I am establishing a foundation in you that no circumstance can shake. What I begin, I finish. What I promise, I perform. What I ordain, I sustain. Do not let fear speak louder than my promises. Fear will always point to the storm. I point to the one who walks on the water. And I am teaching you to walk too, not to escape the waves, but to rise above them with me. Keep your eyes on me. The wind will howl, the waves will rise, but you will not sink if you trust. I'm calling you deeper, not into answers, but into intimacy. Not into plans, but into presence. Seek me more than you seek solutions. When you have me, you have everything. Peace, joy, strength, wisdom. It all flows from me. I am your source. And when my plans take you places you did not expect, praise me still. Worship is your weapon. Gratitude is your strength. Nothing silences fear like praise. Thank me not only for what I've done, but for what I'm doing, even if you can't see it yet. For that kind of faith moves heaven. Remember, child, you are in my hands. Not a hair on your head escapes my notice. I formed you. I know your frame. I know your story from beginning to end, and every chapter has purpose. Even the painful ones are leading to glory. You will look back one day and see how I was there in every moment, guiding, protecting, shaping, and loving you. So rest, trust, accept. Let me be God in your life, not just in theory, but in practice. Surrender the pen and let me write the story. And as you trust me, you will see what I can do with a life fully yielded. Beauty from ashes, joy from mourning, praise from despair. I'm not done with you. I'm just getting started. Walk with me into what's next.